for a concert, the Give Me Jesus tour.
Is the Indy 500 this weekend?
Actually, that may be past. Well, Charles, you tell us.
Actually, the Indianapolis 500 is going to be on the May 26th, and our concert was actually held on the 12th.
Okay, all right.
So I appreciate joining you guys. So thank you very much.
Well,
for
tell
the
us about
opportunity.
tell us about your ministry.
Sure, it's but I tell you what, it's multifaceted and it's completely God controlled. I've only been in the fold for this team about 2.5 years, but the original founder, George Del Canto, he got the vision from God in 2005 while he was being challenged during a men's Bible study to come up with a knock your socks off way to minister to people. And it was provided to him. There's the full story about that on our website, kingdomracing.net. But I was brought into the fold about 2.5 years ago, and what we do is everything from trackside fan festivals like we had on May the 12th, where top talent Building 429, Carlos Whitaker, Rhett Walker Band, Finding Favor were proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ in the middle of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, all the way to what we have called a Miles of Smiles program, where we utilize certain assets that we have available to us, like racing suites along the Tower Terrace, to bring disadvantaged families that have been through trauma, families that are needing, the touch of the Lord, out to the track for a VIP experience where they get treated to the pits, the garage, get to meet the drivers, team owners, and just get to forget for a day the ills that they have gone through in society. And we're able to minister to them, and quite honestly, most of the time we end up being ministered to by them.
So you're Kingdom Racing. So you're a ministry that tries to impact the Indy racing world.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're there for the fans as much as we are for the teams, the drivers, the people that work in racing as well.
Where is this most popular? This Indy. I mean, NASCAR gets a lot of attention nationally, and Indy racing does too, but more. But Indy doesn't seem to get as much attention as NASCAR.
Well, the popularity has wavered over the years, and it depends on who you ask what the cause for that is. I'm really not sure what the proper blame should be, but the fact is it's still very popular, regardless of how popular it used to be versus how much it is now. Indianapolis 500 is still broadcast to something like 145 countries worldwide, with millions of people watching. So when you talk about NASCAR, it's very popular within the United States, much more so than IndyCar. But the Indianapolis 500 is a worldwide event on the scale of the World Cup.
Yeah.
That happens every 4 years. So to be part of that and to be worldwide is magnificent.
Yeah. Well, we're talking to Charles West. Charles is he has a ministry that reaches out to the Indy racing world. The Indianapolis 500 is coming up when is it? May the what?
May 26th, next Sunday.
Next Sunday. You going to be there?
I will be there. I'm been in Indianapolis since the 10th, and I won't leave until after race day.
All right.
So, and we have 3 cars running this year. We have Simon Pagenaud in the number 77. He'll be starting 21st. Tristan Vautier in the number 55 will be starting 28th. And last-minute addition, our first female driver, Catherine Legg, will be starting 33rd last from the in the number 81 car.
So there's another female besides Danica Patrick that races?
Absolutely. There's 4 of them in the race this year.
No kidding. Wow. Okay.
Well, Charles, let me just ask you
I didn't mean for that to sound like a sexist remark, like I'm shocked.
But they don't get the publicity. That
Yeah, I'm
Danica
just saying they
Patrick
don't
did.
get the publicity they deserve. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
It's actually, you're absolutely correct on that. And one of the things that we talk about in the league is that after Danica left, nobody looks at the female drivers as female drivers. They are drivers,
Right.
and
Right.
that's a benefit.
Gotcha.
Well, let me ask you this, Charles. I always like outreaches to people in areas where they're having fun. So you go and you find people who enjoy something. I'm guessing that a lot of people, just a guess, but a lot of people who enjoy Indy 500 racing and in that kind of a interest group, they may or may not go to a church, but they're more relaxed at a race. Does it seem as if they're a little bit more open to the gospel when you find them, they're eating nachos and a hot dog and at a race or whatever? Do they seem more open to the gospel than if you try to hand them a track or you try to get them to come to church?
It's I would say in my personal experience, it's the ratio is really no different than being out in the real world. Whenever we're doing a personal outreach to fans, we use the I guess famous now Kirk Cameron and Ray Comfort way of the master. All of us have been thoroughly trained in that, and just to give you an example, there were. I try to look for the roughest brood that I can when I'm out there witnessing, the biker type that people are usually afraid to talk to. And I'm not just stereotyping on that.
Yes, you are.
Somebody. Yeah, being a former biker myself. Yeah,
We understand.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what you're talking
Anyway, there was a group of 9 individuals the other day that I saw, and I mean, they were kind of being segregated away from the rest of the crowd. So I went up into the middle of them with some tracks and started witnessing. And by the time I had provided them with the law and brought them all the way to the gospel. Out of the 9, 3 of them were still there, deadlocked, receiving the message, and they were silenced, and you could tell that they had been convicted. And one of them actually did thank me whenever we finished off and prayed, and said that hey, keep doing what you're doing, keep blessing people like this, because you've made a difference with me just now, and you're making a difference with us. So, when it comes down to it, every ear is going to hear, every mouth is going to confess, and every knee will bow, And people are hearing the gospel, and he chose us before we chose him. So all we can do is we can go out and we can proclaim his name, and he leads us to the right people. That's we trust fully in him.
Well, Charles, it's been nice visiting with you. What's your website?
Our website is kingdomracing.net, not .com. A lot of people make that mistake. And then we're also on Facebook and Twitter at Kingdom Racing.
All right. Well, listen, appreciate you sharing with our listening audience and your work and trying to reach out with the message of Christ to the Indy racing world. And we look forward to talking to you again sometime.
All right. I appreciate it very much. And have people check out our website. We need prayers more than anything. So if you can help us out there with a small donation, we definitely appreciate it.
Or a large donation, right?
Yeah, large donations work great.
Yeah, you don't discriminate.
Yeah, we'll try not to.
Yeah, large or small, you'll take either one. All right, thank you, Charles. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's your heart follows where your passion is. I don't have a problem with that. Some Christians would say, well, biking or racing, those are ungodly pursuits, you should say. But you know what? If you enjoy it, then at least go where other people who enjoy it are going to be and shine your light in that area. I like that kind of thing. If you enjoy riding motorcycles, and get up with a Christian motorcycle group and minister to the non-Christian motorcycle groups, and same in every walk of life. Follow your heart in your pursuit, and you'll find other people like-minded to share the
We'll
gospel.
be back after the break. More of today's issues straight ahead. Got some more great guests. Stay with us.